buzz in. You pick one of the choices on the screen. Easy. You got it?
10 seconds.
Good luck.
9.
Okay, get the desktop out of here. And
6,
go to black.
5,
All right,
4,
have a good one, everybody.
3.
It's big, it's hot. Why doesn't it kill us all? Learn about the sun tonight.
Trivia, gotcha.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey there, my name's Cookie. You have any questions at all? Please feel free to keep them to yourself. Anyway, this is it, just you? Well, I get paid no matter what. Okay, let's do it. Okay, pick a category. The selection is so hot you can fry an egg on a former president. $2,000 for a correct answer. Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff. If Ronald Reagan had earned the nickname Teflon President for having the characteristics of Teflon, which of the following would not be true of him? His parents would have had him by accident, his owner might kill pet birds, he'd be found on the inside of cans of fruit, or food would slide right off of him.
Inside the cans.
Created by DuPont, the soft and waxy material Teflon is used for non-stick surfaces, but is not found on the inside of canned fruits. It may, however, have been used to keep Reagan's hair looking the way it did. All right, hit me. May I introduce? Tell me, have you Zener? You give me a right answer, I give you $3,000. Hey, did you know those cards that are used to test people's ESP abilities are called Zener cards? Well, if you were to play poker with a deck of Zener cards, you could wind up with any of these hands except which? A pair of X's, 2 pair stars and circles, 3 of a kind, all plus signs, or a full house, wavy lines and rectangles.
I don't think you would have X's as part of it.
You must have ESP. There are no cards marked with an X in a deck of Zener cards, and there aren't any cards in my poker deck marked with an X either, as far as anybody knows. Okay, I need a category.
1, 2, praise the Almighty 3.
This one's called Very Special Episodes Teach Us the Darndest Things. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. You know what time it is? It's time to reminisce about one of the Brady Bunch's greatest episodes. In the episode where the Brady family races across Kings Island to get Mr. Brady his blueprints, which of these best resembles the method they use? Paul Revere's ride, the running of the bulls, the Pony Express, or the Cannonball Run?
I think that would be the Pony Express.
As they race across the park, each Brady or Alice passes the tube on to the next refreshed Brady, much in the way ponies were traded to deliver mail in the Old West. And with the ground Alice was clearing, you'd think Sam was on the other end waiting with his, meat. I need a category.
You can't stop at 3, no, you gotta have 4, yeah!
Pucker up for If Your Mother Ran the World. And we got $3,000 in the pot. Here's a tip for you. The next time you get yelled at for keeping the refrigerator door open, just say your icebox has an open door policy. If the items in your refrigerator follow the same conditions as America's open door policy from the early 1900s, which of the following would be true? Condiments can vote despite their age, any food can immigrate to the top shelf, all leftovers have equal trading rights, or fruits and veggies can go to the same school.
I think it would be any food can immigrate to the top shelf.
Any food on the top shelf? Not when those tall soda bottles are hogging up all the space. The correct answer is... The open door policy of the early 20th century guaranteed equal trading rights with China to all countries. So if China closed their doors to us, would the lights stay on? Category, please.
Let's blow this time and head for number 5.
Well, what do we have here? As good a place as any, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Imagine you're planning a little get-together with some friends. If you buy a case of beer and put it in Seward's icebox, where would you be keeping it? A research facility in Antarctica, the first refrigerator, Alaska, or Seward's wife?
That would be Alaska.
Secretary of State William Seward was responsible for the United States purchase of Alaska, which was dubbed Seward's Icebox or Seward's Folly by those who thought it was a stupid idea. Seward closed the deal for $7.2 million. Think how many pony kegs you could buy with that. All right, hit me. Coming at you, the final season storyline we wish we'd seen. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. So, you know how Roseanne won the lottery on the last season of her show? Well,
Yes.
if Roseanne's lottery prize had been the same as the prize featured in the short story, The Lottery, what would we have seen in the final season? Roseanne getting a rock to the head, Dan getting a boot to the groin, Jackie getting a shot in the arm, or Darlene getting a swift kick in the pants?
If the lottery from Shirley Jackson had people getting stoned.
The winner in Shirley Jackson's short story, The Lottery, gets stoned to death. Roseanne just got canceled. Okay, pick a category.
And that was painful. That was one of the worst seasons.
Shake hands with. When your vacation is a blood sport. $1,000 at stake on this one. Let's see how you handle this one. Imagine if Greyhound bus drivers were shown their route the same way that racing Greyhounds are led around a track. How would Greyhound buses get to their destinations? By following a pace car, by following the scent of blood, by following a mechanical rabbit, or by their own intuition?
That would be by following Mechanical Rabbit.
In Greyhound racing, the dogs chase a mechanical rabbit. They used to use a live rabbit, but the drivers would get so excited they pee all over the floor. I need a category. You chose wisely, my friend. You just got your hands on a dis or dat. And this dis or dat questions category is NBA action is fantastic. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one I want you to tell me if the person is a player in the NBA or a leader of a nation in Eastern Europe. As each name comes up, if it's an NBA player, press 1. If it's a current or former leader of an Eastern European country, press 2. And if you want to skip one, press 4. You get 500 for each right answer, and 500 will be taken away if you get it wrong or don't get to it. Okay, give me 30 seconds on the clock. Let's dance. Slobodan Milosevic, player or leader? Arvydas Sabonis. Vlade Divac. Scottie Pippen. Milan Panic. Sasha Danilovic. One more, Radovan Karadzic. That's all she wrote. Oh yes, you rock. Check it out. Oh well, just another day at the office. Alright, let's move on. Okay, I need a category.
Aloha, question number 9.
Okay, give it up for Lust in the Garden. Get it right, I'm handing over $2K. Hey, you know how adolescent males sometimes get a little excited on school buses and at other inopportune moments? Suppose your lab partner in botany class is making a little tent in his lab coat. What could you say to make fun of your partner and display your knowledge of botany? Don't look now, he's torpid. Look at that, he's torqued. Hey everybody, he's turgid. Or, watch out, he's turbine.
Whoa, whoa!
See, now, I could have given you some cash if you pick this. When water diffuses into a plant cell and the plant becomes firm or swollen, the condition is called turgidity. So remember, while cold water may cause shrinkage in humans, it can change the life of a floppy carrot. Category, please. Oh yes, it's time for your fantasies to be realized. You're joining a 3-way. Okay, let me briefly explain here. You're gonna see a three-way like this one.
Skippers.
If you buzz in when the correct member of the three-way is lit up, it's $1,000 in the bank. But be careful, if you don't make a correct match, you'll lose some cash every time you're wrong. But don't be misled, this question may or may not have anything to do with the three-way as a group. Alright, time to boogie. The category for this little number is, let's settle this like children, which means we're gonna be joined by rock, paper, scissors. Here we go, and for goodness sake, be careful.
Oh, yes!
Ew. Paper.
Oh, yes!
Paper beats rock. There's the rock.
Oh, yes!
Rock.
Oh, yes!
Rock.
Oh, yes!
Paper loses.
Oh, yes!
Rock.
Oh, yes!
That was random.
That's all. Now catch your breath while we see how you did. A little sloppy, but I still love you. Let's see what this earnest attempt did to your overall score. Well, it's time to get back to the game. But, you will call me, right? Okay, either you finished round one, or you have another round to go. You know, depending on how you look at these things. Every question in round two is worth twice as much, so we got some serious cash at stake here. Let's get to it.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, pick a category.
Swear words.
Don't look now! It's question 11!
The category is new swear words. Set up straight. This one's worth $6,000. Just step up and take a swing at this one. If Christianity were taken over by the Church of the Subgenius, which of these expressions would most likely become tantamount to using the Lord's name in vain? Jane Almighty! Oh, God damn it! I swear to Bob! Or, for Kristen's sake!
Oh, jeez. I think it's odd, but I have no confidence.
Okay, any religion that tells you to pray to a guy named Todd is not a religion. It's an organized sport. Let's take a look at the right answer. The symbol for the Church of the Subgenius is a guy named J.R. Bob Dobbs. Yeah, and the worst thing you can tell someone in the church is that you hope they become normal. I need a category. Let's see what we got going. Blame it on Thing. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. If Pugsley from the Addams Family started leaving pug marks around the mansion, what would be true? He should use a coaster, he needs to wear a diaper, he's turned into a tiger, or Gomez will have to post bail.
Pug marks. Let's go with, coaster.
Use a coaster? No, that would be if you were leaving mug marks around the mansion. Lord knows that's irritating. Here's what you should have picked. Pug marks are another name for tiger tracks. The other clue that Pugsley has turned into a tiger is that he stalked, ambushed, and disemboweled Wednesday. Again. Okay, I need a category.
Let's go crazy here.
And this one is that thing dogs like to catch. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. Flex those fingers, because here it comes. Considering the Frisbee's namesake, who would be most interested in a game of Ultimate? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, or some guy named Doug? The Frisbee is named for the Frisbee Baking Company, whose pie tins were used as flying discs for about 30 years before commercial toy versions were introduced on the market. But for God's sake, don't play Frisbee with two other men while in a tub, or you'll all crack your fool heads open. Category, please.
That's the thing, I guess, isn't it?
This category is known as Hollywood Square Dancing. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, remember TV's McCloud, that detective from the country that ended up working in the big city? Well, suppose backwards Detective McCloud were a cop by day and a square dance caller by night. If he got confused and told a couple of crooks to freeze and then do-si-do, what would they do? Stop, then bow to one another, stop, link arms and twirl, stop, then circle each other back to back, or stop, drop, and promenade?
I think they would be circling each other back.
McCloud is asking them to stop and then circle around each other, passing at the right shoulders, back facing back. His skills really come in handy when he has to break up a hoedown. All right, hit me.
Not 14, not 16, you're right in between.
Say hello to the great Latin lover, Tom Selleck. How does $4,000 grab you? Let's rock. If you were to ask Magnum P.I. about his magnum opus, about what would he most likely tell you? His favorite handgun, his evil twin IP Mungam, his greatest case, or his pet penguin?
I think that'd be his greatest case.
Magnum opus translates to great work, so Magnum would be telling you about his greatest case. Although on some episodes, the mustache is the best thing going. Okay, pick a category. Uh-oh, wet suck tit shine floor.
It's time for a quintessential.
Let's see if you can make sense of this gibberish category. Dermatologists and kiddie pools. We're talking $10,000 prize on this gibberish question. Now, don't get nervous, but the more time you take, the less cash you get. Okay, check out this phrase and tell me, what does it rhyme with? Hey, pee-pee heifer pool, fresh smell. And remember, don't let the punctuation fool you.
APP heifer pool freshman.
First clue, it's an afternoon TV series. It's an afternoon TV series aimed at 8 to 14-year-old kids. Well, based on intelligence, that could be any soap opera. Last clue, it's special for being after school. Let's see what you think. Start typing, then hit... To me, the after-school special was the equivalent of Primetime's Love Boat, a showcase for forgotten actors.
And actors who do things
I need a category.
Never heard of them.
On the big bayou in Louisiana, quest on 17.
This one likes to go by.
Impressive, yes, but I like it too.
Better wake up, there's $6,000 at stake. Hey, have I ever told you about my hobby? I whittle bars of Irish Spring soap into little green and white striped figurines. Anyway, let's say the makers of Irish Spring create a new soap called Prague Spring. Instead of being clean as a whistle at the end of your shower, how might you feel? Fresh as a Warsaw Pact invasion, smooth as Il Duce's bottom, clean as a Nazi occupation, or exhilarating as a 30 Years' War?
I think it's so versatile.
The communist reform of the 1968 Prague Spring ended with an invasion of Czechoslovakia by Warsaw Pact troops. And suddenly, nobody felt like whistling. Category, please. And I believe this one's called Get Smart, Then Fire Him. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Listen up. You've certainly heard the verb to 86 something, like he got 86'd or 86 the music. Well, suppose that Maxwell Smart, Agent 86, goes undercover in the industry where the term 86 originated. Which of the following would you hear him say while working? Would you believe I'm a waiter? Would you believe I'm a cop? Would you believe I'm a musician? Or would you believe I'm Dick Clark?
It's definitely not Dick Clark. I'm going to guess it's a musician term. It's not a musician term.
Should have picked this.
Waiter.
To 86 something is a restaurant term meaning don't serve this or cancel this order. So Agent 86 would be working as a waiter.
Waiter, what's this fly doing in my soup? Would you believe the backstroke?
That seems about right.
Okay, I need a category. Here we have raves, hats, and the next day's cleanup. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. All right, listen up. You're making a kid's version of the classic anti-pollution commercial featuring the crying Native American. Since this is for kids, you replace the Native American with a Dr. Seuss character. Based on his past experience with anti-pollution messages, which Dr. Seuss character would be the best replacement for the crying Native American? Sam I Am, the Lorax, a Sneetch, or Horton?
I think it's the Lorax.
The Lorax was a little yellow guy who tried to warn us about the dangers of pollution. How do you think those eggs and ham got green in the first place? All right, hit me. The category? The question, formerly known as Prince. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Think fast. What album would be the work of the artist formerly known as Pi? Well, which one of these is it?
That would be 4.
Yep, that little symbol there is the symbol for pi. The Math album is really great, but you can only get it bootlegged or in the teacher's edition. Okay, pick a category.
Here we go.
You're about to embark on the attack. Hit your buzzer when you see 2 words on the screen that match. $2,000 if you're right, 2,000 off if you're wrong. It's not so hard as long as you remember this.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Show me the money. Yeah, right, you gotta earn it first. Good luck.
That would Japan. That would be the yen. Spain, I believe, is the peseta. Italy is the lira. Russia's the ruble. Denmark is the krone. Yeah, that's Poland. Yeah. El Salvador is
Man, you played that Jack Attack like a finely tuned instrument! Take a look at your final score! That's the game!
I had no idea what the El Salvador was.
Way to go, player. It's like I always say, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, as long as you get to play with yourself. Now get the hell away from the computer and go make some friends, cause...
Very nice work, people. Let's get those commercials going. Raoul, hon, we doing this again?
So, try the new fertility ring.
Yes!
Ring that
You made the high
activates
scoreboard!
when
I
it
am in
starts
such awe of your
on,
presence.
the
You want to
stone
play
is
again?
blue.
Let me know.
Blue. Randy, take me now.
I'm watching the game.
I said now.
Okay, wow!
When you're barren, the stone.
All right, 1 second. We'll be right here. There we go. All right, this concludes this episode of Yellow Jack Volume 3. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment in the section below, and then hit the notification bell to be informed when we drop new content. Subscribe and spread the word. We'll see you next time here at Tickets for Escape.